What's up, everybody? It's your boy, packing up to head to the city after this very nice tropical getaway. And we got one last episode of Zachetology, so let's get to it. The Mavs rolled. Everybody knew that was going to happen. You know, at least there's some sanity in the world. There's less sanity in the Warriors-Rockets matchup, where the unathletic 6'1" Del Val defensively shut down the 6'6" athletic Seth Lee, and also said defense doesn't matter, where he shot, I don't know, it was like 50, it was over 50% from three. It was something nuts. Presidio also, who's not as good of a three-point shooter, shot super well from three against an elite defender in Ciro Huango. You know, we kind of knew three-point shooting was a meme joke. This was one of those series where the variance really seemed to hit. So I feel bad for Jake because he definitely got screwed. But at the same time, as someone who's built a defense-oriented team and lost to the meme three ball, you can either accept that that's a reality of the game, or build these teams and you can't be upset when you lose like this. It does suck that it's not a perfectly balanced game and you want to build a team that should work like it would in real life and it doesn't. Them's the breaks. So we'll get the Rockets versus the Mavs in the Western Conference Finals, which I think the Mavs will do well in. They're the overall more talented team, but most importantly, I think the front court of the Mavs, Giant Wilt and Carmichael, are just going to crack the defense of the Rockets. Matty Grease and David McFarland are fine, but Will Nichols is a giant, and David McFarland is 6'10", I believe, even though he's a great athlete. His ratings are only okay. Matty Grease, same thing, solid all-around player, but Carmichael Brown is a two-way, I don't know if I'd say monster, but he's very, very much good enough to break that defense. You know, if Del Val and Presidio are truly immune to any defense and will also shut down the other team, that'd be great. But I think the big difference between the Warriors is that Cristiano Maras will go off. Like Seth Lee and Ciro, they're chuckers. So although I expected them to do well against Del Val, them not doing well is it's not the craziest thing ever. It's possible, although I'm surprised it happened. However, I'd be shocked if Maras doesn't go absolutely off. I'm sure Bryant will probably want to try and get Presidio on Maras. That's his best shot. If he does, maybe this goes to like 6 or 7 and there's some intrigue. But if he doesn't, I think this is another 4-0 for the Mavs. In either case, I think the Mavs are the superior team. They're going to roll. I'll say 4-2 Mavs just to capture multiple timelines as best as possible. All right, out east, the Nets rolled as we expected. The Celtics were good. I may be saying rolled is an overstatement, but the Nets continue to be on the warpath, and the Bucks win as well. So we have the finals happening in the Eastern Conference Finals. This will be a great matchup. These are the two best teams in the league. Great to see it happen. In terms of matchups, I don't think there's a ton to talk about. What Idwin does with Olin will be the big question. The Bucks are kind of a pretty set team. Like, I don't think you play games. So, like that Eastwood, Roman, Francois, Jamie Jones, like that lineup, you know, it's elite. And it's better than every lineup except maybe the Nets. Idwin might try and get cheeky and play Olin at point guard. I think that would be a mistake, but we'll see. At the end of the day, these are two god teams, Monstars, fantasy lineups. They'll go against each other. I think the Nets are favored without question, but the Bucks have a total shot. This is like a 70-30, and you just see what happens. You know, you just hope if you're Idwin that Will Ford doesn't foul out, and the same thing for Chance Roman if you're Noel. But yeah, this is not something where I think either team needs to play games to try and win. I think you just run your standard best lineups and see what happens. So I'll take the Nets 4-2. They're really just a God mode team. And then I'll also take the Nets 4-1 against the Mavs in the finals to win a championship. Tough breaks for Michael, man. He put together a team that's going to dominate his conference and probably never win a championship. You know, injuries and stuff, we'll see. But it's brutal. As someone who built a very good team in the Bart Smith era, I feel that pain. But, you know, c'est la vie. Anyways, I'll catch y'all next season behind the computer screen. But until then, stay breezy and toodles.